Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got a really exciting thing for you. The new Alphas deck from DMC and Phil Smith. All right, you might have seen these cards on DMC's new Netflix TV series, Death by Magic. DMC is Drummond Money-Coutts. He created this deck alongside Phil Smith, and they're poker cards. They're poker cards printed from the United States Playing Card Company on premium stock, just like you love. But instead of the traditional card faces that we know, instead, you're gonna get 52 cards with letters from the alphabet. The Alphas deck is going to allow you to perform magic that will instantly connect with your audience in a very new and very powerful way. Because let's face it, modern audiences, they enjoy card magic, but I think more and more the actual cards themselves are not as relevant as they used to be. I mean, do people really know how many cards are in a deck? Can they name all four suits? Do they understand what makes up a straight flush? Probably not. Now you can deal their name from a shuffled deck. Now it's not just some random pair of cards in your favorite sandwich routine that finds their card, but now it's their initials. So the new DMC Alphas deck allows you to craft your magic using concepts and words and names and cities or ideas that are immediately memorable to your audiences. Because time and time again, we do these card tricks and they could be elaborate, huge feats of sleight of hand and storytelling and crafting, but at the end of the day, can that person then go back to their friends and tell them exactly what they witnessed? Probably not. They would just say, oh, he did a card trick, and it was this thing where he had my card. I had a black card, I had a spot card, I don't remember, it was like a 6 or something, and then like, well, I mean, he lost it, and then he found it, and then he had two other, like the picture cards, and then he found, see, it's lost. It's like telling a really bad joke. But if you immediately start using things that they understand, like a city that you've always wanted to visit, the name of a person that you love, or an item in your house that is like so dear and so precious to you, and then you use those words, those names, those letters in their life that's relevant to them, it's going to be so much more impactful for them, and they're going to be able to repeat that story, repeat that tale to a friend. Plus, in addition to all of that, the backs of these cards are marked. That's right, just like the last DMC deck we reviewed, these cards are marked, which means when your spectator is holding the card, you're going to know exactly what letter they're looking at. The tuck case is all done in this soft denim blue paper stock. The back of the tuck case is really the front, and the front's the back, but it has DMC's logo there. It says Alphas. It's pretty much blank all the way around, and there's a little bit of ad copy on the bottom saying that they were designed by Phil Smith. When you open the deck, you're going to see a couple things right away. Number one, you're going to get an indicator card that tells you how to read the markings on the back of the deck. You'll also get an ad card that tells you a little bit about the deck. And just like in a Ouija board, you'll get a no card and a yes card, which can be great in magic tricks. And you'll get your letters of the alphabet, each card one-way direction, but marked in all four corners. And the backs are also marked in all four corners. Pretty cool. So you've got a deck that can do some really cool magic tricks, but what are you going to be able to do with it? Well, good question. DMC and Phil Smith have got you covered with the Passport to Alphas. The Passport to Alphas is a 40-page pocket-sized handbook that contains 9 astounding pieces of close-up and parlor magic for you. This booklet is going to walk you through all the unique features of the Alphas deck, and it's going to introduce you to concepts that are going to unlock more and more effects and presentations that you probably already have lying around the house that you can apply to this deck. So I think this Passport is an essential guide. When you add your Alphas to cart, make sure you added this booklet to cart as well. I believe the Alphas deck is $19 and the Passport is $20. But I wouldn't even stop there. The Alphas deck has so much potential. Like I was saying, you probably already have stuff lying around the house already that you can now bring over and marry and adopt into your Alphas presentation. Okay, like first thing I'm thinking of off the top of my head is any spelling effect tricks. Any spelling effect tricks are now even better, or any find a card effect. You know, instead of just finding a random card, you now say, what's the first letter of your initial? Or what's the first letter of your pet, right? And you pull that out, and that's your find a card card. Now your ambitious card tricks are gonna be even more fun because they're way more personal, and now you're using a letter from something that they hold dear. Plus, you might already have other specialty decks in your magic drawer that came with instructions and videos that could help you. And just to name a couple off the top of my head, there's the Cipher deck by Mark Eldson. That deck was all numbers, remember that one? And his deck was marked as well. So any deck trick that Mark taught you with the Cipher deck, you could now bring over to the Alphas deck. Or the MSP deck by Anton James. That deck was all symbols, right? He did a lot of symbols effects. Again, many of those tricks would transfer over easily to the Alphas deck. Or there was the Social deck by Soma. That deck was all Facebook and social media effects. So again, watch some of those other instructions. I think they're gonna inspire you with the Alphas deck and show you just how much you could do with this. Plus, how much more memorable will you be? You walk up and start doing card tricks, and everyone expects the same old clubs, hearts, diamonds, spades, but you're walking up with letters. And now all of a sudden people are like, oh, that's cool. That's something I've never seen before. What's going on? And you could show somebody the same exact trick you've shown them before, but now that it's centered around letters and the routine is something that's more personal, to them it's an entirely new trick, but it's a trick that you already have learned. I could go on and on and on about the Alphas deck. This is awesome. It's a great breakthrough in card magic. I would rush out and get this if I were you. Don't forget to pick up the book, the Passport book as well. I want to thank Phil Smith for allowing me to have this so that I could do this review for you, and you can find it right now at your favorite local magic retailer. Thanks. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.